Welcome back, everybody. Another great episode here of the Patrick Carr Show. Another monologue where we're going to hopefully help bring some meaning to your life, some insight to make you a better individual in your personal life, your professional life, and hopefully a better parent, better coworker, better entrepreneur. That is what this is all about. So thank you very much for joining us. Today's topic is about how powerful you are. I think that some of you are coming to the show and you're going through a rut in life, aren't you? Maybe you've been unsatisfied with where you've been for a long time. You feel like your life maybe lacks some purpose and some meaning. You're going through the motions a little bit and you've forgotten who you are. This right here, I want to just tell you to start off with. Many of you need to remember who you are. You need to remember how powerful you are. So I want us to think, just go down memory lane. There's got to be a time in your life where you were in what I call a flow state. You were feeling good about yourself. You were feeling like, man, I am accomplishing something. I am doing something with my life. I'm hitting on all cylinders. I'm thinking quick. I've got good relationships. Business is going like I want it to go. How did you feel during that time? Felt pretty darn good, didn't you? Now you look at your life right now, and some of you are looking at it, and it seems to be just, doesn't have the same feeling that you did when you had to go through that feeling of that flow state that you were in. But if we could capture that feeling, if we could capture it, and when we could make that every day for you, what I want to do for today with you is I want to hopefully just for a day help you to capture that feeling again, help you to be in that flow state, to work a little bit, to get a little bit closer to that dream, to that goal that you have. And so here's what I want you to do. Remember who you are. Remember that moment. And then I want you to ask you this. How did you walk during that moment? How did you walk when you were feeling great about yourself? Did you walk with your head down? Did you walk with your shoulders slumped? Or did you put your shoulders back and did you walk high? Did you move with purpose? How are you moving right now when you get out of a car? How are you moving when you walk through a door? How are you moving when you walk into a meeting or to your kitchen at night when you get home? Do your kids see you walking with a purpose, like you have someplace to be, like you are urgent to get there? No? Let's start. The quickest way you're ever going to change the mental up here is by changing the physical. The best example of this that I can give you, if you want to remember how powerful it is, what you do with your body, is to do this one thing. If you're in the car right now, if you're in your kitchen, you're probably going to want to be alone to do this. But I want you to put a big smile on your face. And you put the biggest smile you can. I'm doing it right now. Okay. Now I want you to think with that smile on your face about something terribly sad. Keep the smile on your face as big as you can and think about that sad thing. It's difficult, isn't it? More difficult than what you would think. Why? Because our physical body has more control over our mind than what we think it does. And so I'm here to tell you that if you are a powerful person, which is if you're watching this, you are, then what you want to do is you want to remember, you want your mind to remember how powerful you are, that you are worth something, that you are worth looking after, that you are worth loving. And so you must change your physical state is what you need to do first. And that physical state is moving, acting like you are somebody that is worth it. Act like you are someone that you love and that is worth loving. Would you let someone you love walk like this, act like, walk slow? No, if you loved someone and you saw that they were worth and they were going after their dream and they were worth it, you would tell them to move faster because you'd want them to achieve it. You'd want them to go after it because you knew they were worth it. And you've forgotten that in yourself. So today, all you need to do if you want to shift your mindset is shift the way that you move. Everything you do, move it with purpose, faster. You know you have a goal to achieve. Now go out there and you want to get it. And you're not going to get it by just staying in that same physical mindset that you've been in. You're going to have to change it up. You need to speak today like you are a person that is worth listening to. If you're not where you want to be, maybe you're a sales rep and you know what, your numbers have slipped a little bit. You're on a call center, your numbers aren't where they need to be. When I used to be at a call center, I put a mirror in front of me. And when I would make a call, I would look in that mirror and I'd look at myself and how I'm talking to somebody. Now look, if I start going like this and I start being a person that's of low energy, look what happens to my voice, look what happens to the face. No one wants to be around that person. You just feel sad. You feel like, hey, listen, I don't know, okay. Because of your physical state. But if you speak like you are somebody worth listening to, people will pay attention. Walk into a room and make eye contact with somebody today. Walk up to them and shake their hand, look them in the eye, and be someone that they demand that you listen to them. Or be someone that you demand they listen to you, I should say. That right there is powerful. And so I know some of you know these things, but you've forgotten to do it. You've forgotten when you go to Chipotle and the person says, how's your day going? It's great. How's your day going today? And you say it because you actually give a crap about how their day is going. I have a friend, Deshaun, and I'm going to butcher the words, but anytime you ask this man, hey, how are you doing? He says, my day is going fantastic. How are you doing today? Fantastic. Not all right, not, it's going all right. It's going. How many of us say that? And how many of us are just our body language? If you were a powerful person, how would your day be going today? It'd be going fantastic today. And so because you are, I want you to think in those terms. I want you to carry your body and speak like somebody that is worth listening to. And if you do that, I promise, number 3, what you will do is you will empower the people around you. If you want to be powerful, then empower people around you to do the same. If you're a manager of people, you're not there to dictate what they do. You're there to bring the best out in them. And so that's what you need. A manager is not somebody who sits there and just barks orders. A manager is somebody that identifies the strengths that another person has and says, I'm going to bring out those strengths right there for the betterment of the entire team, for them to reach their goals, and for this team to achieve the most it possibly can. That is what a great manager, a great director, a great leader and entrepreneur does for other people. They see in that person what they cannot see in themselves. That is true power right there. And so I would ask you that. Are you seeing in other people something? Are you bringing it out of them? And so if you are, that is true leadership. That is a powerful individual that is looking at other people and raising them up, not putting them down. So you've changed your posture. You've changed how you walk. You've changed how you talk. And now you're empowering people. And the next thing you want to do is maybe the hardest thing to do if you want to be a powerful person. And that is keep the promises that you make to yourself. The quickest way for you to feel weak, the quickest way for you to feel like you are not worthy is to break the promises that you make to yourself. And so today, I want you to actually keep the promises you make, and I want you to make promises that you're capable of keeping. If you tell yourself you're going to get up at 5 a.m. tomorrow because you're going to go to the gym, then get up at 5 a.m. and go to the gym. Don't start your day off by putting another hour of sleep and breaking the promise that you made to yourself by not valuing your future self as much as you do right now. When you break promises to yourself, what happens is this. I'm going to tell you. You begin to love yourself less. And that's not easy to figure out why. Imagine if you were with someone, you're married to someone who made promises to you all the time and then they broke them. Would you love that individual? Would you love a parent who said they were going to constantly do things for you and you could never count on them to do it? Of course you wouldn't. You'd love them because of your parent. But boy, that would not be somebody you'd want to hang out with. That wouldn't be someone that you could count on. And so why do you think it's any different for you? You have to live with yourself. At the end of the night, you may sleep with whoever you sleep with, but you have to live with what's between your ears. And the best that I can figure it is that when you keep promises to yourself, you begin to love yourself more. And you begin to look at yourself as somebody that's worthy of love, worthy of success, worthy of achieving their dream, their goal. And so that's what I want you to do is begin to keep those promises so that you love you and respect you. And so make promises that you can keep. You can't tell yourself, hey, listen, tomorrow, if you've never gone to the gym, you're going to go at 5 a.m. in the morning, you're going to go back at 7 p.m. at night, and you're going to make it home by 9, and you're going to cook dinner, and you're going to do all this stuff. That's not realistic promises. Is it easy? No. But is it possible to say, I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to go walk a mile? Now you've got something that's achievable. And then what you do is you begin stacking wins. And when you start stacking wins in your day and giving yourself credit for those wins, you become a more powerful, more formidable person. And that leads me to the next point right here is counting those wins. Some of you right now, you make your bed in the morning. You don't count it as a win. Some of you get up and you get your kids to school. You get to work on time. You're there before anybody else is, and you go, well, that's just what I'm supposed to do. Some of you right now are building and you're learning and you're in a company and you're growing your skill set right now. And you feel like you're not where you're supposed to be because you see a friend out there on Instagram and they're doing more than what you are in your opinion. And so you feel worse about yourself, don't you? Because you're not giving yourself the wins. You're not saying, hey, you know what? Listen, I'm going to work. I'm learning. I'm honing my craft and my skills right now. And I'm achieving something by doing that. Listen, your brain, your brain's a powerful thing. It can hurt you and it can help you. So instead of looking at yourself and going, man, I haven't achieved anything today, you achieved a lot. You got up, you went to work, you worked with purpose. You made somebody's life better. You interacted with somebody when you went out to dinner and you made that waiter's life better because you tipped them really well. And you know what? You could tell they were having a rough day. Give yourself the wins to become more powerful. And I'm telling you, you'll begin to stack them and you'll begin to look at yourself as somebody who's a winner. And that's a powerful person to be right there. And the last thing I want to tell you is this. How you do one thing is how you'll do everything. If you want to be a powerful individual, then begin to stack wins and begin to do everything like a winner. I don't care if you take the trash out. You take the trash out like a winner takes the trash out. You move in a way that it's urgent because you're not guaranteed anything. You're not guaranteed tomorrow or next year. You don't know what's going to happen in the economy. So what you want to do is you want to say, hey, listen, I'm not guaranteed anything. So if I'm going to do everything, I'm going to do it with purpose. If you sit down and you go, okay, I've got 20 sales calls to make today. Or every single sales call is done with meaning and with purpose. Because that's what a powerful and a meaningful person will do. Because how you do one thing is what will bleed into every other part of your life. If you're lazy when you get home, it'll bleed into you being lazy when you're at the office. If you break promises to yourself, you'll break promises to other people. If you're slacking, you get home and you just don't want to go to the gym, even though you promised yourself and you break that promise, you know what? You'll break other promises that you make. It becomes a lot easier. And before you know it, you don't even like you. So if you've forgotten who you are, remember these things today, because these are the things that are going to make you a more powerful person. And here's the great thing. You already are. You just have to remember it. You just have to act like it. You just have to bring it back into your life with a few simple changes, and you will be a more powerful person today by doing these things. You've already taken the first step by watching this show, and we appreciate it so, so very much. If you like what you heard today, make sure you comment below. And always subscribe. We do this stuff quite a bit, so hopefully we'll bring some value to your life and some insight into your emotions to make you a better person. We hope we did today. We'll see you next time here on The Patrick Carr Show.